10 things you didn't know about Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is known for many things in the game of baseball. He has become bigger than life in Japan and has quickly won the hearts of the American baseball fandom. If you've heard of Shohei Ohtani, you're probably well aware of how unique his two-way playing ability is. But in this video, we're taking you behind the scenes and telling you 10 things you didn't know about Shohei Ohtani. And make sure to stick around until the end of the video to find out what Hall of Fame legend Ohtani's numbers and talents compare to.
Just can't get enough.
Number 1. Did you know back in 2021, Ohtani was selected to the American League All-Star team as both a starting pitcher and position player? That's right, he both hit and pitched in the game. This was the first time a player had been selected to play as a pitcher and position player in baseball history. He threw a scoreless inning, but was unfortunately unable to pick up a hit in 2 at-bats. However, he also participated in the home run derby that season, knocking 28 out of the park. With this performance for All-Star Week, Shohei made history. But for Ohtani, it was just another day at the ballpark. The greatest show on earth is not a title given lightly. Ohtani seems to challenge the never-happened-before idea on a regular basis in the game of baseball.
Some words from Shohei.
本日はお集まりいただきありがとうございます。このような特別な賞をいただけて、すごく光栄に思っていますし。
Number 2. Shohei Ohtani is known for his charitable activities. But did you know he donated 60,000 baseball gloves to children in his home country of Japan? Shohei is far from the only success story in baseball that has come out of Japan. However, his ability is one of a kind. But Shohei has made it his mission to encourage the younger generation of baseball fans in Japan to follow in his footsteps. Donating these gloves with the help of New Balance shows Ohtani's dedication to the sport and to Japan.
Go, Ohtani, go! Yeah, baby.
Ohtani announced his donation by stating, quote, "I'm hoping the kids can spend their days happily with a lot of energy through baseball." Who knows? We may be comparing one of those kids to Shohei's records of today in the future.
とんでもないことになってます。もう凄まじい大谷フィーバーが起きていて、日本でももともとそうだったんですけど、メジャーでの活躍がもうあまりにも。
Number 3. I bet this is something you didn't see coming. Shohei Ohtani wasn't sure how to spell his name. Okay, let's be fair about this one. After coming to America in 2018, Ohtani knew no English and wasn't sure how to spell his own name in the language. If we're being honest, most people were unsure how to spell Ohtani when he arrived on the scene. Shohei even admitted in an interview with MLB.com that he decided to put the H in his last name while filling out paperwork, saying, "I don't really know the correct spelling, but when filling out paperwork, I put the H in there."
いつも書くときは H 入れます。
He doesn't know the real answer, but whenever he has to fill out papers, he puts the H in there.
Ohtani took a leap in pursuing his major league career by coming to a country where his language would likely be a huge barrier. One thing is for sure, every baseball fan knows exactly how to spell Shohei Ohtani now that he's won 2 MVPs and become a sensation in the sport.
Okay, so we will put the H in there as well.
これからは H を使います。
Number 4. Ohtani stayed out of Major League Baseball in the early part of his career so that he could be a dual-threat player. Baseball has become accustomed to the unique presence of Shohei Ohtani in the game. It's understood there is just no one quite like Showtime. But that wasn't always a given. Back when Shohei was being scouted by Major League clubs, whether he could do both pitching and hitting wasn't a certainty. One team that would allow Shohei to show what he could do was the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Ohtani would spend 4 seasons playing in Japan before signing with the Los Angeles Angels in 2018 and lighting the baseball world on fire.
I've been in 5th or 6th grade for the first tournament, in middle school for the second one. He was at home watching it from TV, and one of the biggest hits he remembers was when Ichiro got the go-ahead.
Number 5. Shohei has never seen your favorite baseball movie. Nope, none of them. Not The Sandlot, A League of Their Own, The Natural, or even Field of Dreams. Ohtani has never taken the time to watch them, and that may make some sense, considering Ohtani didn't grow up in the United States. Surprisingly, his favorite sports movies are Rudy and Remember the Titans. And who doesn't love Remember the Titans? You're killing me, Petey! You're killing me! Okay, I'm back now. But it's obvious that Ohtani may have some interest in the gridiron, and while he may not be up to date on baseball movies, there is a good chance that someone makes a film centered around the young baseball superstar.
You're killing me, Petey! You're killing me!
Number 6. Speaking of movies, there's one that sticks out for Ohtani. This is pretty comical. If you've ever seen the movie Rocky, you'd be familiar with the sight of seeing Sylvester Stallone climbing up the steps in Philadelphia in an epic training montage. Well, fast forward to 2018. Shohei was asked if there were any monuments or cities in America that he was looking forward to visiting. His response was gold. The Rocky Balboa statue, I want a picture of that. Ohtani made it clear that he only wanted to visit Philadelphia, not to play for the city. But who hasn't been inspired by a good Rocky movie in their lifetime? But out of all the great monuments, Ohtani wanted to see the Rocky statue. I think anyone can respect that.
Rocky Balboa statue. Where is that again?
Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia.
写真撮りたいです。
He wants to take a picture there.
So you saw the movie.
Number 7. Shohei's biggest inspiration is Ichiro Suzuki. This fact may not come as a huge surprise, but its importance can't be overlooked. Ichiro Suzuki will likely make it into Cooperstown when he arrives on the Hall of Fame ballot in 2025. He will likely become the first Japanese-born player to make it into the Hall, so it's no surprise that Ichiro Suzuki inspired a young Shohei Ohtani. Granted, they are both two very different players. Ichiro's bat was great for base hits, while Ohtani's power numbers are incredible, not to mention his ability on the mound. But the two do share some similarities. Both won Rookie of the Year, both have at least one MVP award, and both have multiple All-Star appearances. Ohtani was asked who the greatest Japanese baseball player in history is, and he responded quickly with Ichiro. While that may be the case for now, some young kid down the road may answer Ohtani.
Of course, Shohei idolized Ichiro growing up. He was 7 years old when Ichiro made his debut as a rookie right here in Seattle. Perhaps he told him he was going yard for him tonight.
Number 8. Shohei loves comic books. Well, in Japan, comic books are called manga, and his favorite comic is called Slam Dunk. The comic portrays a high school basketball team full of unlikely stars who turn into real contenders. Ohtani has even stated that this manga makes him want to try basketball, though he claims he's not very good at it. The manga that Ohtani grew up reading, though, called Major, follows a young baseball player. The character in the comic also pitches and hits, and the story follows him as a young boy playing baseball to a huge arena all the way to Major League Baseball. It's almost like it directly inspired Ohtani's journey. Major League Baseball was also inspired by manga, making MLB The Show 22 directly inspired by the comic book style of art. And you already know who was on the cover, Ohtani himself. What was cool about that is Ohtani's dream had come true. This was a great way to incorporate the Japanese culture into the American-produced video game, and it was a really impressive move to show that level of dedication to Ohtani. Number 9. Ohtani's favorite player is Yu Darvish. Ichiro was certainly Ohtani's biggest inspiration growing up, and how could he not be? But in today's game, Yu Darvish has been Ohtani's favorite player to watch. The two did play on the Japanese team that ultimately won the World Baseball Classic. When asked if he'd like to be teammates with Darvish, Ohtani stated that that would be great, but he'd also like to face Darvish. Ohtani went on to speak on how Darvish checks in with him, as well as trains alongside him during the offseason.
一個だけ憧れるのをやめましょう。
Number 10. Ohtani has picked up a variety of nicknames, the greatest show on earth or Showtime, but one that seems to truly show the significance of Ohtani's performance thus far in his Major League Baseball career is the Japanese Babe Ruth, and it's easy to see why those comparisons can be drawn. Both players are unicorns in their respected eras. No one was doing what Babe Ruth was able to do throughout his playing days, and the same can be said for Ohtani today. But did you know the two share a record together? Both Ruth and Ohtani are the only players in Major League Baseball history to hit 10 homers and pick up 10 wins as a pitcher in a single season. Talk about good company! But to be fair, Ohtani was able to do it twice and pick up far more homers. Maybe Ohtani really is the greatest show on earth. We hope you
強かったのかなと思うので、そういう意味ではまあいつまでもこう記憶に残っていくような。
You enjoyed this video. Did we tell something you didn't know about Shohei Ohtani? Maybe you have an interesting fact about the two-way superstar, or is there another player you'd like for us to feature? Let us know in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see more content just like this.